Hello Noisegate family, this is the disembodied voice of your boy Tom to have a quick first look at TASCAM's newest mixer, the Model 2400. Now the Model 2400 is, as you would guess, the newest member of the Model series family. They started with the Model 24, then went on to the 16, then went on to the 12, and now they've come out with the 2400. To go over it, the Model 2400, it's a 24-track multi-track recorder. You can record to SD. You can use it as a 24-in, 22-out USB audio interface. You've got 22 inputs. 16 of them are XLR using TASCAM's Ultra HDDA preamps, which I'm also a massive fan of. You've got 5 aux sends, which are 4 aux plus the internal effects send, which can be used as a 5th. You've got MIDI in and out using 5-pin, you've got 1/4-inch audio click output, and you've got DAW transport control, and a dedicated settings panel with a meter bridge. The main differences between the 2400 and the 24 is that you've got actually an insert on channels 1 to 12, not just 1 and 2. This is cool because you can use a lot more outboard processing for your recording. You don't have to be limited to having 1 or 2 insert points. You've got 12 insert points, so very, very cool. On all the previous model series, when you turned phantom power on, it went across all channels. There was no individual channel or channel grouping for phantom. It was all or none. This is different with the Model 2400. You've got 4 different phantom power groups. This is cool because it means you can now use a model series mixing desk and combine ribbon mics and condenser mics for the same recording, and you don't have to worry about blowing your ribbon mics because phantom is going across all inputs. Another feature of the Model 2400, which they've taken from the Model 12, and this is probably my favorite thing about the Model 12, so safe to say it's going to be one of my favorite things about the Model 2400, is that you can use the EQ and the compressor when you're using it as a USB interface. A lot of hybrid desks that can work as interfaces, they'll send the signal to be converted into digital straight after the preamp, and you won't get to use the compressor or the EQ. With the Model 2400, you can do that, and it's the same as the Model 12. Every channel can be set to be sending the audio to the interface at different points, so you can choose pre-compressor, post-compressor, or post-EQ, depending on what processing you want to use from the channel strips into your actual recording. This is really, really cool, not only because I like the idea of being able to use the EQ and the compressor when I'm using it as interface, but it's a great sounding compressor and a great sounding EQ, so it's a really handy thing to be able to use those when you're recording to your DAW. Another awesome feature is there is a master bus compressor. This is super duper handy for gelling together your mixes, because when you run your entire mix through a master bus, one of the things that it does is it glues it together. It makes everything kind of sit together and sound right together. And instead of just being a one knob compressor like you have on the channel strips, you've got all the parameters that you need. You've got, your threshold, gain, attack ratio, all that kind of thing. It also has a master EQ, and you can bypass both the compressor and the master EQ if you want to use external processing from your master output. So cool that they've given you the ability to choose one or the other, and you don't have to be locked into using one thing. We've also got 4 stereo subgroups, which are for, so you've got 8 bus out, so you can have a lot of sub mixes, front of house, fold back mixes. This is really, really cool because it lends itself more to also live music, and the Model 2400 being a live mixing desk and not just a desk that will sit great in the recording studio. Stay tuned because we are going to do some more content on this. I really want to see how drums sound in this, maybe organize a little bit of a jam. If you do want to learn more, have a deeper look into what the model series are like, definitely check out the videos that I've done on Noisegate before, because it'll give you an idea of the sound and the capabilities of these mixers. And a big thank you to TASCAM for giving us a look at the Model 2400 pre-release. I did manage to get my hands on it. It is fantastic feeling, really, really sturdy. And another thing that I did like was that the channel strips are a little bit wider on the 2400 than compared to the 24. I like this because it just gives you more room, you're not cluttered, and it's less chance for you to accidentally knock things or touch things you're not supposed to when you're trying to mix on the fly, especially in a live situation. I guess a big question will be what's better for your situation, the 2400 or the 24? I think the Model 24, given that it's a smaller footprint, if you need that many inputs but you don't have that much real estate, still go for the Model 24 because it is a great desk. And especially if you don't need any of that kind of door control, like transport control, if you just need a hybrid desk that you can use as an interface but also take on the road with you, the Model 24 will still be fantastic for that. The 2400, if you have the real estate available for it, that's the one I would choose. It is the flagship, and the fact that it has that ability to print the compressor and the EQ into your tracks as you're recording into your DAW makes it really, really handy for recording situations for studios, be it a professional studio or just a studio you've set up in a room in your house, just because you've got a lot more tonal shaping available, and all those insert points and everything else also lends itself fantastically to studio recording. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the videos we'll have coming up, diving a bit deeper into the Model 2400 and giving you a listen to how it actually sounds, especially that sweet compression and EQ. Peace.